Picture two people. They're both 22. They both just landed their first real job making $50K a year. The first person celebrates. They head straight to the dealership and sign for a sleek white 2026 sedan. The $650 monthly payment feels doable until they add the insurance. They move into a luxury studio they can barely afford because they want to be close to the nightlife. By Friday, they're checking their banking app at the bar, praying the declined screen doesn't pop up in front of their friends. The second person keeps driving the beat-up car they had in college. They find a roommate, they look broke on Instagram, but every month they're quietly moving $1,000 into a boring index fund. Fast forward to 20 years. These two people are still working the same types of jobs, but one of them is stressed, living paycheck to paycheck, and can never afford to quit. The other? They're a multimillionaire who works because they want to, not because they have to. The difference between these two isn't intelligence or luck. It's that one of them avoided the hidden traps of their 20s, the mistakes that feel like normal life while they're happening, but act like a financial death sentence 10 years later. In this video, I'm showing you the 5 biggest money mistakes people make in their 20s. We're talking about the new car trap, the social media tax, and the one mistake involving a 401k that is literally like lighting a pile of cash on fire. Let's talk about the most common way 20-somethings sabotage their wealth before they even get started. The new car. You just got the promotion. You're tired of the rattling engine and the check engine light that's been on since 2022. You walk onto the lot, and the salesperson asks that dangerous question. What monthly payment can you afford? This is where the trap snaps shut. You aren't thinking about the $40,000 total price tag. You're thinking, I can swing $600 a month. It feels like a level up. You smell that new car scent. You see your reflection in the paint. And for a week, you feel like a boss. But here is the reality your 20-year-old brain isn't wired to see. A car is a depreciating asset. It loses value the second you drive it off the curb. If you take that same $600 a month and, hey, instead of sending it to a bank, you send it to the S&P 500, after 10 years, you don't have a rusted-out car worth $5 grand. You have nearly $100,000. Wait, it gets worse. If you leave that money alone until you retire at age 65, that one decision, choosing a modest used car over a flashy new one in your 20s, grows into $1.2 million. So here's the rule. Buy the boring car. Drive the vehicle that makes people think you're broke while you're secretly getting rich. Your goal in your 20s isn't to look like you have money. It's to actually have it. Use the 24/10 rule if you must finance. Put 20% down. Finance for no more than 4 years and keep total costs under 10% of your income. But if you can, buy a 5-year-old Toyota in cash and let your investments do the heavy lifting. Mistake number 2 is one that people skip because it sounds boring. It's the employer 401k match. When you're 23, retirement feels like a sci-fi movie. It's too far away to be real. You see that 401k contribution line on your onboarding paperwork and think, I'd rather have that $200 in my paycheck for groceries or a flight to Vegas. But here's what HR didn't explain clearly. If your company offers a 3% or 5% match, that is a 100% guaranteed return on your money. If you put in $1, they give you $1. There is no investment on earth, not Bitcoin, not Nvidia stock, not real estate, that gives you a guaranteed 100% return the second you deposit it. Imagine your boss walks up to your desk and tries to hand you a crisp $100 bill. You look them in the eye and say, no thanks, I don't want it. You'd be crazy, right? But that is exactly what you're doing. Every single month, you don't contribute enough to get that full match. You are literally lighting a portion of your salary on fire. And here's the kicker, the cost of waiting. If you start investing $500 a month at age 20, you'll have about $3 million by age 65. If you wait just 10 years and start at age 30, you'll have less than $1.2 million. Those 10 years of waiting until I'm ready cost you $1.8 million. The fix is simple. Log into your benefits portal today. Right now, set your contribution to whatever percentage your company matches. If they match 6%, you contribute 6%. Don't wait for a better time. The best time was yesterday. The second best time is today. You won't even miss the money because you never saw it in your bank account to begin with. The digital illusion. Mistake number 3 is a silent killer. It's called lifestyle creep, fueled by what I call the social media tax. You open open Instagram or TikTok and what do you see? Your old high school friend is in Tulum. Your college roommate just posted a new house reel. Your coworker just unboxed the $2,000 espresso machine. The comparison trap. You start to feel this invisible pressure. You think, I'm working just as hard as they are. Why don't I have those things? So you start spending. You upgrade the apartment. You start going to the $15 cocktail bars and you buy the clothes to match the aesthetic. You aren't buying things because you need them. You're buying them to prove to people you don't even like that you are doing well. The trap defined. The real danger of lifestyle creep is that it steals your raises. You get a $5,000 bump at work, and suddenly your rent goes up by $300 and you sign up for 2 new subscription services. You're making more money than ever, but your bank account balance looks exactly the same as it did when you were an intern. You're running faster, but you're still on the same treadmill. The secret of the wealthy. The wealthiest people I know don't look like they're wealthy. They live on last year's income. While everyone else is busy acting rich, they are busy becoming wealthy. They understand that every dollar spent on a vibe today is a dollar that can't work for them in the future. The fix the gap strategy. Here is how you beat it. Mind the gap. Every time you get a raise, a bonus, or a tax refund, take 50% of it and automate it straight into your savings or brokerage account before you even see it. You still get to celebrate with the other 50%, but you've guaranteed that your wealth grows faster than your lifestyle. If you can keep your expenses flat while your income rises, you've found the cheat code to early retirement. Now we have to talk about the silent saboteur. High-interest credit card debt. In your 20s, a credit card feels like a magic wand. It bridges the gap between the life you have and the life you want. But if you are carrying a balance at 24% or 29% interest, you aren't just borrowing money. You are in a financial house fire. Remember how we talked about compound interest making you a millionaire? Well, credit card debt is compound interest's evil twin. It works just as hard, but in the opposite direction. If you have $5,000 in credit card debt and only pay the minimums, it won't take you a few months to pay off. It will take you decades and you'll end up paying back triple what you originally spent. Banks love 20-somethings because they know you'll see that minimum payment. Do $35 and think you're doing fine. But that $35 barely covers the interest. You're essentially paying the bank a monthly fee just to stay in debt. You are a subscription service for the bank, and they are getting rich off your fun weekends. If you're in this hole, you stop everything else. You stop the extra investing, you stop the luxury dinners, and you attack the debt using the debt avalanche. List your cards from highest interest rate to lowest. Pay the minimum on everything, then throw every extra dollar at the card with the highest rate. Once that's gone, roll that payment into the next one. Your credit card should be a tool for rewards and consumer protection. Never alone. From this day forward, the rule is simple. If you don't have the cash in your checking account to pay for it today, you don't buy it. Period. Kill the debt before the interest kills your future. The final mistake is one that even the smart savers make. It's becoming so obsessed with cutting coupons and saving pennies that you forget to grow your income. Look, you can only cut your expenses so far. You eventually hit zero. But your income potential? That is technically infinite. In your 20s, you are your greatest financial asset. Not your 401k, not your crypto wallet, your ability to earn. If you're making $40,000 a year, you can't save your way to being a multimillionaire very easily. But if you can invest in the skills that jump your income to $100K, now you're playing a completely different game. Imagine you have $500. You could put it in the stock market, and at a 10% return, you'll make $50 in a year. Nice, right? Or you could spend that $500 on a certification, a high-level seminar, or a coach that teaches you how to negotiate your salary or start a side business. If that leads to a $5,000 raise, you didn't get a 10% return. You got a 1,000% return in a single year. This is called career R&D. Spend your 20s being a sponge. Read the books, take the hard projects at work that no one else wants, and learn the high-value skills like sales, coding, or public speaking. These are portable assets. No market crash can take them away from you, and they pay dividends for the next 40 years. Your 20s aren't just for having fun, but they also aren't for living in fear. They are for building the foundation. If you avoid the new car trap, grab the free match, keep the lifestyle creep in check, kill the debt, and never stop learning, You aren't just going to be okay. You're going to be unstoppable. So which of these 5 hit the hardest? Are you currently fighting the new car itch, or is it social media that's draining your bank account? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And if you're ready to take that first $1,000 and actually put it to work, watch this next video right here. I'll see you there.